Now look, there's a lot of people that want to relocate to Utah, but they don't necessarily want to buy a super old house that's outdated, old technology, or they don't want to be crammed right next to their neighbor. Well, in this brand new community, not only do you get a ton of space, honestly up to a full acre size lot, which is almost impossible to find, but you're gonna find massive homes for very inexpensive prices. In fact, when I talked to the builder, I was shocked at what these are going for. So I jumped in my car, drove right over here, and I wanted to show you these homes. Let's go check them out. Wow, I can't believe the prices of some of these homes. This is a Keystone floor plan built by Candlelight Homes, starting at $520,000. Was shocked at how much house you can get from this builder in this community. So off the front door, we have this little office space. I love that you have tons of window space, natural light coming in, and there's just like acres and acres out here of just tons of raw land that they're developing. So love that you kind of have this little flex space. A few things that I'll point out that I'm noticing. Looks like we got a half bath here off the front door. Super tall ceilings. These door frames are really tall. These are probably 9-foot ceilings. So you have a half bath right here, a little closet space. And then I'm walking in, we've got this main level family room, living room area, open concept with a kitchen. Man, you've got windows all around. We didn't have to turn the lights on, like that's how bright it is in here. And I love that you have this little, how they staged it. You can see there's plenty of space for seating, but you also have this nice fireplace mantle, little gas fireplace right here, windows on either side. And most people these days love this open concept in a new construction because it just makes the house feel that much bigger. So you've got dining room table right here, more seating here at the island. And then right off here, looks like we've got a 2-car garage. So I won't open that up, a 2-car garage right here and a mudroom. People love having these extra storage, shelves built in with the hooks. Another little closet right here off the garage. So closet by the front door, closet by the garage. What's crazy is how much house you can get in this area at this price. I mean, in the mid to low 500,000s, like this is crazy. To have a kitchen this big of an island, looks like you got quartz countertops, the sink here in the island. These are all soft close drawers. And you know what I really love that's unique that I don't see that often in new builds is this like window built into the backsplash of the kitchen as a really cool concept. Brings in even more light. And then of course the backsplash itself is really cool. Lots of countertop space. And then over here on this side, I didn't even mention the pantry right there, but you have a walk-in pantry. And then you have this kind of like sitting area. I've got windows all around and then this sliding glass door that leads to the outside. This is a massive sliding glass door, by the way. We'll pop out here really quick. Nice little Trex deck. Plenty of hangout space when you bring the family over for, barbecue in the summertime. And fully enclosed backyard. What's crazy is it is really hard to find a lot of acreage and a lot of space in the Salt Lake City area. I mean, if you're living downtown, you're like looking into your neighbor's kitchen, right? You're kind of right there. You can get up to a full acre in the Firefly community out here in Eagle Mountain. So not just a ton of house for the price, a ton of land for the price, way more privacy, and it's brand new. Right, let's go check out the upstairs and look at the bedrooms. All right, this is pretty cool. You have like more furniture up here, more like hangout space. Look, if you're thinking about relocating to Utah, it's either because you already have a family, maybe you're wanting to start a family. We are the youngest, I think, state by median age, so you're gonna need some extra bedrooms, whether you have kids or have family coming to stay with you. So here's guest bedroom number 1. They got this stage like a little nursery. Good sized bedroom. Let's go around the corner here, see what else is going on. So we have guest bathroom and bedroom number 2. So I like that they have that bathroom kind of in between the 2 guest bedrooms here. Really cute. Actually a good sized walk-in for a guest bedroom. They have like a actual walk-in closet. So good closet space for a guest bedroom. Now, new construction, you're probably saying, all right, there's probably some crazy high HOA fee, right? That's how they're getting away with such low home prices. Not the case. HOA here is actually only like 40 bucks a month. Crazy low. I would call this like the daybreak of Utah County. We've done tons of videos in the past about daybreak up in Salt Lake County and the South Jordan area. Again, really cool homes, really cool amenities and features, but the HOA there is gonna be way more expensive than it is gonna be out here. So not only does that help with your monthly payment, you still have access to all those cool features without paying really that much more for it. This is nice. Looks like we have a full-on laundry room, not just a laundry closet. More storage space, more cabinets, more countertop space. And when you're buying new construction, don't forget, you can oftentimes customize exactly what you want the house to look like. So here's the primary bedroom, the master bedroom. This is awesome. You've got like, I'm a sucker for windows and natural light. You have really cool shaped windows. Like this is really unique above the headboard there. Man, this is amazing. I really want you to see this on camera. I can literally stare at the mountains from my primary bedroom. That is awesome. And then walking in here to the attached bathroom. Ooh, it just shocked me. Some people might add like a barn door here if they don't want this to be open. Now the toilet has its own little room that closes, but say you're taking a shower, some people might add like a little door right here if they want more privacy. But you've got a dual vanity, 2 sinks in this. They have like extra little room over here for adding furniture or extra little side table, whatever. And then looks like nice little glass. I love this tile. This is a really cool design. And looks like you got a little toilet room back here. And of course, got to have the walk-in closet, right? So this is house number 1. Second house we're gonna show you, also very affordable price, just a little bit higher priced, but a little bit bigger house, totally different feel to it. Let's go check that one out. All right, before we jump over to the next house, let's talk about the pros really quick of actually living in this area. If you're unfamiliar with the Salt Lake Valley, we're down here in Eagle Mountain. That is Utah County, so we're south of Salt Lake City. Now, first of all, one of the pros is this is one of the fastest growing suburbs in the entire state. So if you're able to get into one of these communities early, it usually means you're buying on the lower end. As the community gets built out, this is really, really common amongst builders. They raise their prices over time. So one of the key benefits is getting in early before prices skyrocket. Number 2 is the fact that you're gonna be able to get way more land in this part of Utah than you will just about anywhere else. Like I mentioned, you get it up to an acre size lot. That is very hard to find, especially in Salt Lake County. So you're getting way more land, you're getting a bigger yard, oftentimes a bigger floor plan because you're buying in a little bit more rural area. And then I'd say number 3, there's so much more potential out here. It's hard to find new construction in general in Salt Lake City, but when you come down to areas like this in Eagle Mountain, you have way more options and way more choice in the type of home you're gonna get. I'm gonna tell you the cons in just a second, but first let's go check out the second house. Wow, this is totally different. I can immediately see why this one's priced a little bit higher, but it has a totally different feel. What is similar to the first house is you have this little office space, right? First of all, I'm standing on a little cow. If you're coming from Texas, howdy y'all. I'm standing on like a fake cow, that's cool. Totally different design as well. This one feels a little bit more like kind of modern feel on the inside. So you got the office space. This is different. So the primary bedroom on the main level, whereas on the other house, all the bedrooms are upstairs. Some people prefer to have sort of the master on the main. You know, you've maybe a little more privacy from guests that are staying or kids' bedrooms. Also, there's no stairs, right? Like I'm walking in, don't have to walk up and down stairs to get to my bedroom. This is a good sized bedroom. The way I know that is I always look at the sides, side tables. How much room is there between the bed and the wall, if it's like crammed in there or not. Again, really tall ceilings. Again, I love that they have this like really unique placement of windows. It's kind of unique. And then master bathroom. This is awesome. Separate shower tub. This is such a cool tile backsplash sort of design where they did that like on the bottom half and then they left the top half just normal painted walls. And then this one has a little bit more like kind of, we'll say, manly aesthetic with kind of the darker cabinets, the darker brown, the darker countertops. But again, just goes to show you how much more sort of choice and selection that you would have in a brand new house where you get to sort of make these choices. This is a little bit different too. First of all, massive walk-in closet, that's sweet. You also have a laundry and washer dryer laundry hookup right there in your primary bedroom. So for anyone who hates doing laundry and walking up and down stairs with laundry, boom, right there in your closet. Now you have no excuse not to do laundry every week. Okay, so we're gonna walk back through the primary bedroom into the main part of the house here. Even just the furniture is totally different. I think that part's pretty cool. So we have extra closet space right there. Wow, super tall ceilings. This goes all the way up. I don't even know how tall of ceilings that is. It's probably at least 20 feet. And there's like this overhang balcony that looks really cool. Fireplace that goes all the way up to the ceiling. I can't tell you how much I love that. Yes, there's a Christmas tree in the background. No, it doesn't come with the house. But I love this open concept. It's actually still kind of a similar layout that we saw earlier, only this time island is even bigger than what we saw before. You have seating that goes all the way around. So what is a little bit different is rather than having like a dining table right there with an island, this kind of becomes your primary sitting point, but you still have formal dining over there in the corner. So let's keep walking around here. Gas range in the island, that's kind of unique. With a sink over here, really cool backsplash. And you know what? I'm actually gonna walk over here and show you that you have, they would call this a butler's pantry. You don't necessarily have to have a butler to have a butler's pantry. You have more storage shelves over here, more cabinets, more countertop space. They put a little microwave right here, so it's kind of out of the way, rather than having it like over the range. So butler's pantry, totally different design, a little more sort of modern looking. And then cabinets all the way around this island, that's really cool. Even the color, you see like the veins within the countertops, even that like kind of brownish hue matches the brown of the cabinets. So you've got microwave, actually that's a double oven and a fridge. And then again, formal dining. Love the lighting fixture, very unique. I like how that kind of stands out. And yet these color tones kind of all go together. Just like before, sliding glass door, deck. This one's actually got some furniture out there, and take a look at that. What's really cool, sliding glass door here. I might not be able to open this up, but sliding glass door here. Talk about like an inside out house. You could feel like you're completely outside by having both sliding glass doors open in the middle of summer and make it feel like you're almost living in an in-out style home. And then over on this side of the house, we've got an extra bathroom, so half bath right here. Again, more mudroom space, garage behind me. When you're buying a bigger house on a bigger size lot, hey, 2-car garage, 3-car garage, really common. Let's go check out upstairs. Walking up the stairs, this is really cool, just kind of looking out over the balcony here onto your living room. More living space up here. They're very thoughtful, I've noticed, in their design. You can see that with the furniture and the layout. They're kind of creating extra living space, even though there's the living room down there. You have this extra living space up here to kind of like hang out, whatever. Love the matte black finish. Kind of matches the aesthetic overall, but love this overhang. Again, really tall ceilings. Let's walk into the first bedroom here. Flip the light on. So here's the first guest bedroom. They're adding extra windows and all that, like we mentioned before. Good sized closet right here. And then walking down the hallway. So we do have carpet on this level, but it looks like the entire first level is just that hardwood. Second laundry hookup. So this is pretty cool to talk about. And there's a sink. A lot of people surprisingly love having a sink in their washer and dryer room. So you have laundry hookup on the master, second one up here. little closet right there. Then let's walk into the guest bathroom. Turn the light on for you. That looks awesome. They did a nice tile job in here. And they kind of kept the same theme in this particular model with same countertops, cabinet colors as I did in the kitchen. And then here's another guest room. This is awesome. Imagine having like two little boys or twins living little bunk bed style here. Very creative. I don't know if this is standard or if this is custom, but again, when you go new construction, you just have so many more options. And then closet space right here. This is a big bedroom. This is one of the biggest guest bedrooms I think I've ever seen, honestly. This could be like a second master, to be honest with you. And then around the corner, we're gonna go see what's in here. Okay, so we have a furnace down there. There's also a basement in this house. That probably means there might even be another furnace in the basement, so you have dual temperature control. And then walk-in closet, attached bathroom. Again, anytime you have an attached bathroom and it's not the primary, that's always a step up. And to be honest, most homes in Utah, whether it's resale or new build, usually don't have an attached bathroom for a guest, if that makes sense. Of course, way more common to find that as a primary, just not necessarily as a guest bathroom. So now if you thought this house was pretty big so far, we haven't even shown you the basement yet. One of the largest finished basements that I've ever shown on my channel. Let's go check it out. Oh, wow. Yeah. Tall ceilings even in the basement, gotta love that. This is a pretty wide open space right now, so you're gonna have to use your imagination, but I could fit multiple pool tables down here, not just one pool table. That's how big this space is. And we've got another little kind of cutout here. Yeah, I mean, if you love entertaining or if you have kids, this is like a kid's playground. I mean, just the amount of stuff that you could fit down here, let alone another living space. If you have like guests coming over to stay with you, maybe during the holidays or whatever, they have their own bathroom down here. I've lost track of how many bathrooms this house has at this point, but another bathroom in the basement. This is, I'm guessing, a little utility room, even more storage space down there. And I was right, there is a second furnace. So what that means is basement temperature control, different than main level and upstairs, because you have two different furnaces. So if you wanted to heat this basement separately, you totally could. Massive guest bedroom down here, right? So a lot of space in this house. Makes sense, it's priced a little bit higher at $799, but you can see why. You're getting a lot of space. By the way, this same house in like Salt Lake City area, probably double the price, and you're certainly not gonna find new construction. Now, I promised you we were gonna talk about some of the cons of living in this area, so let's dive into it. Now, I promised you we were gonna talk about some of the cons of living in this area, so let's dive into it. Eagle Mountain, pretty rural right now still because it's still being built up so much. So yeah, if your commute takes you to Salt Lake City or maybe Lehi even, you're gonna be stuck in traffic during rush hour. Some of those main streets and corridors are being built out still, but it's gonna take a few years until your commute time is less than it would be today. Second, in general, we're just further out. So it's gonna take you longer to get to the grocery store, to the gym. If you're a homebody and you rarely leave your neighborhood, you'll be totally fine. But if you're constantly commuting, taking your kids to soccer practice, going to the grocery store, living your daily life, then yeah, you're gonna spend a little bit more time in your car because we're just in a more rural spot. And number three, people love new construction, but some people love that really old school charm that you would find in areas like Liberty Wells, Sugar House, the Avenues. These homes are gonna be brand new, so they're gonna have today's aesthetic, not necessarily what was popular in the 50s and 60s. It's kind of coming back into style. So if you like those older looking homes, you're really not gonna find that in Eagle Mountain. It's essentially all new construction in these areas. All that being said, we're still relatively close to Lehi and the Silicon Slopes. And if you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that that area is growing like crazy. Some of the biggest employers in the country are relocating here and bringing their headquarters to the Lehi area. So from an economic standpoint, this area has really strong backbones, and you are relatively close to Lehi, even though we are a little bit further out. If this is your first time even hearing about the Firefly community, all the more reason to subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you the newest communities and the best values in Utah. So if you're thinking about relocating to the Salt Lake City area, reach out to me. My contact info is below. We get calls from people every week relocating in Utah, and we'd love to help you make that smooth move. We'll see you in the next video.